Greetings, it's Alex Scher for the Shelburne Freelancer. I'm at Shelburne Town Council with Mayor Ken Bennington, and we just had a very robust meeting here at Town Council tonight. Good evening, Mayor.
Hey, good evening. Thanks for coming.
Can you please give our viewers an update on the Van Dyke situation in the Summerhill Neighborhoods project?
Okay, so tonight, let me back up. A couple weeks ago, we heard from the neighbor, or the residents of that subdivision, who just found out that their houses are actually constructed 4 inches too low, which was causing them drainage issues. And they brought that to council. We had our town engineers investigate and confirmed that during that construction period, a wrong benchmark was used. And we left that meeting hoping that the developer would dig up that street and make it right. And what we've heard tonight from our engineers again is that yes, we could dig up that street and correct that issue of the 4 inches too low, but in doing so, that puts the town's infrastructure at risk with lower frost lines, potential freezing of water mains, sanitary sewers and such. And so there was a motion that passed here tonight to accept our town engineer's compromise to install a different type of curb, which will allow the houses the properties to drain and alleviate the concerns of the residents. For me personally, I feel that the proponent was allowed to get away with shoddy workmanship here tonight. I'm not thrilled about that, but through staff questioning staff here tonight, there doesn't seem to be a governing body in the province of Ontario. There's no police for poor developments or poor builders, and so I think they got away with one on us here tonight. I'm disappointed, and we'll be making some phone calls to see how we can strengthen our bylaws, our policies here at the town of Shelburne to prevent this from happening in the future.
And what message do you have for the residents of Cook's Crescent?
I will apologize to the residents of Cook Crescent because we were unable to alleviate their concerns here tonight. Again, it wasn't the lack of doing at this table. Unfortunately, it was shoddy workmanship, poor development, and in the end, they were rewarded. They were allowed to continue to do that because there is no governing body. There's no, there's no police to pull you over on the highway. There's if I'm mistreated at the doctor, there's a college of physicians and surgeons where I can go and report them. There is no governing body for development. So unfortunately, there's very little we can do about that. And Councillor Mills said it best. The best solution is not the most practical decision. Digging up the street puts the infrastructure at risk, and that's not what we want either. So it was a compromise, and I'm not that thrilled about it.
Now, there was another pressing matter on the agenda this evening regarding a foul smell that Shelburne's been dealing with for the last few weeks, really.
Yeah, it's a tough night around the council table tonight. What we found out from our engineers, we listened to our residents, and they've been complaining about the smell coming from the holding ponds at the sewage plant. What we've discovered tonight through our engineers again is that he explained the science behind the science that goes on in the holding ponds with aerobic digesters and anaerobic, and what's happened is the bottom level has become too thick in layman's terms and needs to be removed. And so that's what we're proposing to start here. I think the date was September, after summer, and we will dig out that lagoon, get rid of the nasties. We'll cart them away and start again fresh. This was a job that was in our capital plan for next year. We're actually going to bring it forward to this year. It is a regular maintenance occurrence. It does happen every 15 years or so. It's just 1 year ahead of schedule. So that's going to take place. That will alleviate the smell. but I need to caution the residents we heard tonight that it will get worse before it gets better when we begin digging up that pit. And so I apologize, but we're doing our best, and we'll get that remedied here in the near future.
Now, to end on a high note, I understand that Shelburne is once again on the forefront of a very important challenge for Highway for Heroes.
You know what? That initiative was brought forward to me by a friend. I'm thrilled to be a part of it. And yeah, it was a tough night around the council table tonight, so it was nice to have a little win. That initiative is to plant a tree. In the Canada 150 Legacy Project is to plant a tree for every fallen soldier in the history of Canada along the Highway of Heroes. And what happened here tonight was not only did Shelburne buy a tree for that highway, but we challenged every municipality in Ontario to do the same. So a small win, but we'll hope for some more coming up in the future.
That's excellent. Thank you for your time, Mayor.
Yeah, thank you.
And this is Alex Scher for the Shelburne Freelancer, sharing Shelburne with the world.